Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's do this. So, this is Carnage. Give me Carnage, baby. So this is Carnage. So Century Age of Ashes class, tier list for Carnage. So, so we're gonna grab Windguard. So for Carnage, what do you think? Like, would you pick Windguard for Carnage? I would pick Windguard for Carnage. And how good do you think she would be in Carnage? Because I think... Oh, you don't like the tail? So I think in Carnage, Windguard... I'm going to wait for you guys to choose, because I think Windguard is definitely amazing in Carnage. Because they don't have healing in Carnage, right? So, oh, you think it would be a B? A B for you? You think overall? Because you have Smoke Trail, you have Curative Orb, you have all these ways to heal and stop from being shot by Marauder, or stop the tracking and everything. I think it's pretty dang good. I don't know if we could go S tier for anything, right? What do you think? Because it's fairly balanced in a way, you know what I mean? The only ways to heal in Carnage, aside from Windguard, are Rage and Bounty Expiration. So, would you say an A? You want to go A? Because, I mean, at least an A? Yeah. And what we're doing is we're comparing with all the other classes. So I think it would be at least an A. I don't think anything's gonna get an S. I don't know, man. Windguard's pretty dang good for Carnage. The problem is, here's the problem. They lowered the amount of people on your team. So that kind of ruins the effectiveness. Maybe not. Maybe not. But we'll go with this. We'll go with A for Windguard. I was gonna say A. Larry was gonna say B. So I don't know. We'll go with that. All right, new class. Thornweaver. This is gonna be so for Carnage. I think Thornweaver's really good because of all the poison and everything. Definitely not the most damage. But she does have Bramble Wall and Smoke Trail. So, what would you guys say? Because I think the Bramble Smoke Trail makes her kind of like Windguard, but her damage is fairly good. I want to put her at. Well, she has defensives as well, so if you don't have a healer, that would help a little bit. I might put her at a C. What do you think? You guys say, so hey Larry says A. You say A? It's complicated when the spines are discharged. Yeah. That's true. What do you think, Ascaros? Because I was going to go B or C. I'll probably go... I just don't think she's as good as Windguard at Carnage, you know what I mean? I'm going to go with B. You want to discuss survivability and how easy it is to kill? Okay. Well, I mean, Windguard has very good survivability. Thornweaver has really good survivability as well. The other ones don't really have as much, I would say. Well, I would say Phantom has really good survivability, actually, going invisible and everything. But maybe, I guess if you look at it that way, I won't put it as high as Windguard. I might put it at an A, but I feel like if Thornweaver goes to A, then Windguard's gonna have to go to S. You know what I mean? But I mean, we can move it around later if you want, and it'll probably naturally move around. You want to do this for now? When you fly in close corridors, you can double tap the wall and block them off. Yeah, that is pretty good. That is really good. So utility-wise, yeah, I would say, because I know Carnage is all about killing stuff, but at the same time, yeah, you're right. It would be very, very good to have, very useful to have. I'm gonna stick with this right now, and then see where everybody else falls. So, what about Stormrazor? I don't use Stormrazor very much at all, so I really don't know much about Stormrazor. You would say B for now, since it's average? You want to just leave it like this? Windguard A? I was kind of thinking that. Yeah, I agree with that. So, we can always change this later before we save it, and then this is gonna go on YouTube. So, hey, welcome, viewer. So we got Stormrazor. What do you think about Stormrazor? B, excellent attacks, but too slow for Carnage. I don't know. What does everybody else think? You do, and I agree with you 100%. Hey, Larry, I do. I agree. Stormrazor on Carnage, definitely very slow. He does his blinding thing is pretty nice. He does a lot of damage. I can't use him very well, so I mean, I'm trying not to make this a personal thing. I'm trying to make this a community-based, like, what we all think. You know what I mean? So, Scaros, you're saying, can you move your camera so we can see a bit better? Oh yeah, of course. Silly me. Silly me, guys. I deserve no cookies today. Alright, is that better? Especially tight turns. Yeah, tight turns. He's a big boy. He's a big beefy boy. So, I would say he would probably go here, because he kind of like misses on defensive wise, obviously. He's just a big brute, you know what I mean? So maybe we'll go B. We'll put him with that for now, because he has good damage. And Windguard is there because Windguard, she is just amazing. Just so useful. Like, she can... right now I'm thinking, like, A is, like, makes the difference between wins and losses. Like, she can win the game. Easily. If they don't have... Think about this. This is how we're gonna rank them. If that team doesn't have a Windguard, their chances in my opinion, their chances go down of winning. But that's also if every player is on the same level. Of course, everybody can rock a Thornweaver and kill a balanced team if they're better than them, you know, player skill wise. Scaros, I think Stormrazor is below average since his power is too weak and blindness is ineffective for people who know the map in and out. Yeah. He may go to a C. I just don't like Stormrazor. I don't find him as fun. Like, The axe, you have to be really good with Stormrazor to get that axe to hit sometimes, you know what I mean? I think the skill, great support, yeah. We'll keep him on B. We'll keep him on B after Thornweaver. I enjoy Thornweaver. I think Thornweaver has a lot to offer compared to Stormrazor. So that's where I'm at on that one. We can revisit it again, but so okay, Phantom's up. Phantom's up. What do you guys think about Phantom on Carnage? Phantom on Carnage. How good is he? I would put Phantom way up there. The power just makes you unable to boost for a couple of seconds, and it is easy to dodge. Yeah. I'm gonna put Phantom in A. What do you guys think? Just because of the mines, and then the invisibility and stuff like that. Like I think it's in his amount of damage. Like he dies fast, but if you have a wind guard on your team and you know you can get the shields and stuff, I think the Phantom is an excellent. I mean, at least you need at least one of those to assassinate. You know what I mean? What do you think? It is complicated. It is complicated. Because, I mean, yeah, it depends on what the team makeup is and what map and stuff like that, but that's why I'm trying to focus on at least one game mode at a time. You know what I mean? So I think Phantom is definitely up there. That's just me. I don't know what you guys think. Now, we could force A through D if you want. It has a little life, but if you know how to use it well, it can be unstoppable. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've played against Phantoms that were just the most insane. The most insane. And I can't kill them. I'm like, oh, they don't have that much health, but I still can't kill them. You know what I mean? Here's what I think we should do. Since we only have 5, I think we should actually... Since we don't have 5, I think we should actually make them have their own instead of being in the same one, you know? Say Phantom in high B because of its low health pool, and it can still be killed even when invisible, especially by the blast. However, it also has really high damage output. It is a blast cannon, yeah. I think it's very, very useful though. Dang, dude. So we have 5. Let's do this. This will be easier. Let's rank them all in their own. Best to worst. I think that would be the easiest. And I think that this is kind of what it's looking like. What do you think? That might be the best way to do it. Is Strong together with Windguard though? Yeah, you're right. You're right. This might be the easiest way to do it. Because we're going to have them all grouped up and like, since they're so fairly balanced, I think it'd be easier to just say which one is the best in this like S, A, B, C, D. We got 5 classes, we've got 5 ranks. Might as well just do it like this. What do you think? Marauder's really good. Because I think Marauder, ooh, that's another thing. Because Marauder I think is better with Gust than Thornweaver. God, this is tough now. It's even harder now that we narrowed it down to like, you know, everybody gets a, you know, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. You started the 2-minute commercial. Sorry, they got ads. Yeah, I'm not used to having ads. It was a 2-minute commercial? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to having ads. This is the first time I ever had ads. That's a lot. We should rank them not like this because this is too relative. Just because something is better does not mean it is low tier. Yeah, you're right. Well, it's kind of hard to... It's kind of hard to rank it. So what was it like? It was like this, right? Or wait. Is that kind of what you would rank them? Something like that? This is my first tier. This is a weird tier list. So you have Wingard, definitely like the most game changer, right? Phantom, the best damage, if played well. Them together, they work really well. And then, but then you're like, you know, should you run 2 Wingards, 2 Phantoms? Because you can do without Stormrazor. You could do without Stormrazor. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think you're right about that, for sure. I would say in order from best to worst, Wingard, Marauder, Phantom, Thornweaver, and Stormrazor. I'm always open to the change though. Oh, so you're saying Marauder is the second best. So like that. That seems fair. So you're saying Wingard, and then explain Marauder. Gust is great. Marauder is very strong on attack, and when the Gust skill, he is useful for dodging. Yeah, it's true. Gust is very important. That can save your life. Now they did, I will say, I just found out that they changed the Marauder's the reset on his Hunter's Mark. I guess they increased the cooldown, or they gave it a cooldown after you killed somebody, but it just reduces the cooldown instead of like instantly coming back. So, but other than that, I mean, and that's why I think Wingard deserves to be first, because she can get rid of the Hunter's Mark, you know what I mean? Or make it harder to track and stuff. So I think that's definitely a way to... You go Wingard, only A. B, Marauder, Phantom, and Thornweaver, then Stormrazor and C. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I would agree with that. I'm kind of jumping everywhere right now, you know what I mean? Like this, right? That looks like a you-know-what. A space rocket. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, I think... yeah, it's still the same order, but more spread apart, and we're using the actual tiers. And I think, honestly, what we were talking about earlier... For S, I'd say it varies. Now, here's what I would say. Marauder and Phantom might change, though. Yeah, I think they're very even. Marauder, they're very even. Because Gus is really good, but also... Phantom goes invisible, so it's like hard to say. You know what I mean? They're very balanced. A very balanced class, in my opinion. Now, I think that it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Hear me out. I think it's a good thing if there's no S tier. Or D tier. D tier means you would never play him ever, right? And S tier means it's broken. It needs fixed. You know what I mean? It's way too powerful. if we have an S tier, that means everybody's going to be that. So I think it's good that we don't have an S tier. And then I think it's good that we don't have a D tier because no one will play it. And it'd be a waste. What do you think about that? Does that make sense? That's how I view it. I think it's good that we have A, B, and C. Obviously, it'd be okay if they were all A, but I think this is the best. I think this is the best one. What do you think? I really like this one. Yummy. And I'm only gonna do 3. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this one. Title of tier list. Best. Or I'm just gonna do class tier list. And I'll just do Carnage. And that'll be it. So, whoops. Carnage. Class tier list. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. I'm not even gonna do anything else. Alright, so export image. Yeah. Download image. Right on. Now I'm gonna save that. And then we can do another one. So we're gonna reset this. I'm sure there's a easier way to reset it. No. All right. Well, we'll just oh wait. Clear row images. Here we go. Now, here we go. So now we should do so you want to do after that, it depends on the taste of the player. Yeah, you're right. And like okay, so if you have like, it also depends. Like if you have like a rank 1 player playing a Stormrazor, it doesn't matter what class you are. It doesn't matter. He's gonna wreck you with anything, anything. So I'm just thinking like if they're all on the same level, that's the most balanced way to do it. So now we're gonna do, what should we do now? You want to do, well, maybe we'll just do like Spoils of War and then Gates of Fire, because those are the 3 most different. You know what I mean? And I don't really care about PvE. Okay, you want to do Gates of Fire now? Okay. Dude, you already know. I'm not going to put S on anything. But I'm throwing Thornweaver right there for Gates of Fire because of the numbing stuff. You know, it slows people down when I'm the bramble walls. It's incredible to me. I think it's an A. Windguard and Marauder. Windguard's good too. Yeah, it keeps. Yeah, you're right. I would even. Windguard's just good. You know what I mean? So we'll go Windguard. Now, why do you think Marauder is good? Because of the Gust? Or is there other reasons? I wouldn't be reliable here. I hate Gates of Fire. No, you're good. I know that Ascaros plays a lot of Gates of Fire, and he loves it. And we played Gates of Fire for like 2 days straight. But it feels like... Now, what I know, I understand why Windguard, because it keeps the flag carrier going, slash you can keep yourself going. But I just wanted an explanation for Marauder, why you think it's A tier. Marauder because it has the most health. Oh, see, I didn't know it had the most health. Therefore, making it the best flag carrier. You're right. You're right. Would you say like that? Okay, so these are probably the best for flag carrying. Because you can't... I don't think you can go invisible with Phantom. Whenever you have the flag. Right? Is that cancelled? Think it's cancelled. But, so... Stormrazor... The blind is kind of good. It's got good damage, but I just don't... I feel like it's the same. You know, like, I feel it's down a little further because it's not as maneuverable. It's kind of clunky, like Larry was saying. It's kind of clunky, you know? I don't know. I'm putting C again. A lot of Stormrazor fans are gonna hate me. It's kind of where I see it. Let me know what you guys think. You know, you cannot use any abilities or your power while holding the flag. You can't even use the gust. Oh, okay. But you can use your passive, right? Because your passive probably will still go. Which means if your passive still works, then the Thornweaver is one of the best. Because it has 4 charges of the numbing poison. I'm just saying. And that numbing really works well. So in Gates of Fire, if you're new to the stream, we're talking about the best classes in Gates of Fire. Like a tier list for Gates of Fire. That's also why Windguard is good, because it takes less damage from blast and smoke. But I'm thinking that that numbing stuff from Thornweaver really slows people down. It really sucks to fight. But I mean, if all 4 stacks are gone, then it's, you know, doesn't work anymore. But I don't know, man. How good is the health on the Thornweaver? How much health does the Thornweaver have? Does anybody know? Man, you would think Stormrazor had the most health. You know what I mean? I don't know. So Marauder has the most health. Marauder has the most health. Windguard doesn't get affected by smoke and damage from the blast. Thornweaver has 100 health, while Marauder has 125. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking right here. Because if you're Windguard, I was thinking like you could, you know, I was thinking you could, what was that sound? Oh, shock. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you for whatever happened. Something just happened. I don't even know what happened. I didn't get the alert. It sounded like bits, but I'm not sure. But thank you if someone just did that. That's amazing. Thank you. So okay, so Thornweaver, Windguard can't activate its main ability, so it can't like get more health or more shielding or anything, right? So maybe Windguard isn't as good. Maybe Windguard would be more of a B. What do you think? Because I know you like the Wind Guard. Okay, if you have Gust, you can safely grab the flag, so when you get it, you have full health. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I don't know, I think I'm gonna put Wind Guard at B, just because Smoke and Blast is its only benefit, and it probably doesn't have very much health. But these two, the numbing passive, and the Marauder's health and the Gust, I think is really good. Stormrazor, still a C. Phantom, though. What's his passive again? I can't remember his passive. Wind Guard can turn the tides with the heal and the new heal. You're right. Yeah, I think you're right. I keep thinking of just the flag carrier. I gotta stop thinking of just the flag carrier. Because it's not just about the person carrying the flag. It's about keeping the person with the flag healthy. Stormrazor, I think, is the biggest problem with him is he's just not a very team player. But then again, Marauder is kind of selfish too. Okay, let's keep her up there. It's just good for the team. You're right. I don't know what I'm thinking. I keep thinking like I got stuck on the flag carrier mode. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. We'll keep her at Nay for sure. It can heal and is a good carrier. It's not fair, Scarlos. You're a good carrier with everyone. You think Wind Guard should be number one? Like all the way in the front? Okay, because it's good on both. Okay. Do you agree? Everybody agree with that? I agree. Yeah, your logic makes sense. That's why I'm trying to ask everybody, because I can't think of everything, and it helps a lot seeing everyone's viewpoint. What about Phantom though? What about Phantom and Gates of Fire? The mines are pretty cool. Sorry, I'm trying to eat breakfast. I'm starving. The mines are pretty good to put next to the gates and stuff. I like that. It just gives like a little obstacle, you know. Should be B. Bad at carrying the flag, but can do mines and damage. Yeah, because you can't go invisible and you have the least amount of health. Yeah, and so I think the mines are more effective than the Stormrazor for sure. 100%. As long as our tier lists look different, that makes me happy. You know what I mean? And they're very different. So I think this is a very good assessment. So for Gates of Fire, I think this is pretty good tier list. And if anybody else has any input, what do you guys think? I know we have a new viewer. Stormrazor cannot place anything on the gates, right? Right. So, you've got the Thornweaver, so we're gonna go over this one more time. So for Gates of Fire, I think this is why this tier list makes sense. So Wind Guard, less damage from the smoke, and blasts are less effective on her. And then when she's not carrying the flag, she can heal and heal and heal her little butt off, right? So that's very useful there. Marauder, we're gonna recap this. Marauder, he has the most health, which is awesome for flag carrying, and then he can gust before that. which is amazing. Yeah, this feels right. It feels right. So he's effective. He's a good killing machine before that, you know? So we got to think of this as on the flag and off the flag for Gates of Fire. Said she can also get to the action quickly. You're right. Yes, Wingard can get there very fast. Thornweaver, so on the flag, or with the flag, her passive kicks ass. She can numb people. And slowing people in Gates of Fire is so big, because it's already a stamina race. You know what I mean? So it's so big. Off the flag, she's got the Bramble Walls, which can really trip people up really bad. And then she can poison people who are carrying the flag, which can damage over time, and she's just effective. You know what I mean? Stormax hitting... What's up? How you doing, PN? Stormax hitting the flag carrier is a death sentence. Can't boost. More HP than Phantom, so better at flag. That's a really good point. If you're good. I miss every single axe. That's a very good point, PN to him. So it does have more health than the Phantom. Yeah. That's a really good point. I think that should go up for B. You're right. I didn't give Stormrazor enough credit. I feel like I have I hate on him too much. You know what I mean? We could put Stormrazor in B. Yeah. I think he would be. The mines are really good too. Below Phantom. Yeah. Well, here's what we got to think about. If the Phantom gets the flag, it's over. For him. He's gonna die instantly. If the Stormrazor gets the flag, what's the Stormrazor's passive? Does anybody know the Stormrazor's passive? I don't know it. That is very important, because passives are going to be the most important when you have the flag. Stormrazor is slow. I'm chilling. Damn, okay. Stormrazor's passive can remove a few fireballs. Okay. I think then it's probably good. It's also decent at the flag. Oh, they're so tied. They're very... Let's say they're tied. Let's say they're tied. Can't really make tied, but... You know. Yeah, I'm gonna say they're tied. We'll just keep them there. Yeah, they're tied. Does that look good? Does that look good? Is everybody decently happy with it? Because we're gonna do Spoils of War next. We're gonna do Spoils of War, and then we're just gonna start playing. We're gonna start playing some games. Alright. And if anybody wants to join us on the games, give me your Sentry ID. Jump in. We'll kick it. Alright. Let me put my sandwich down. What did I name the other one? So, I'll just do, whoops. Class, tier list. I always get I and E backwards, because I'm just silly. I before E, except after C. I before E, except after C. Okay. And then I'll just do, what was that for? Gates of Fire, duh. I just did that. All right. I'm a slow typer. I'm gonna get better at typing. I'm taking a class. I'm gonna get better at typing. Don't judge me. Everybody else is like 90 words per minute, you know what I mean? But I'm working on it. All right, I'm gonna save that. Export, download image. All right, cool. Now we're gonna do Spoils of War. So you can win the last second with the blast if they are soon at the last gate. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So we've got Spoils of War. Start with Stormrazor this time. What do you think about Spoils of War for Stormrazor? We should publish a paper on this where the state all our thoughts and arguments for this. Dude. I didn't know it was gonna be this deep, but it could have been deeper. That's what she said. We could have. You're lucky I didn't pull up every single ability and just like weigh out. That's probably what we're gonna do eventually. We're gonna do like a tier list of just straight up abilities. That's gonna be a nasty one. So you're saying Marauder A? Yep. I was gonna do the same thing. You read my mind. Because he does every time he kills a gold dragon. It resets not as quick, but it still refreshes pretty quick. And Gust keeps all those stupid fireballs off you and the smoke and all that stuff. So yeah, I would say Marauder is definitely up there, and he does so much damage in rage when he's raging. What about Stormrazor though? Is Stormrazor getting love on this? The blind is good, but man, I don't know. I don't know for Spoils of War. This is tough for me. This is tough for me. He's really good at getting money from people. Yeah, Wingard's not very useful in this because in Spoils of War you have healing. There's the Healy things you can collect, so you can heal yourself. Everybody can heal themselves, and you can shield yourselves. Spoils of War seems like there's a lot of everything everywhere. You know what I mean? Oh no, ads. Oh man. I'm not gonna say anything till the ad comes back. Is it back? I'm sorry about that. Okay, cool. Yeah, that sucks. I think, I'm not saying you guys have to sub or anything, but I think the ads go away if you sub. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can turn ads off, but I was like trying to see if it's actually gonna work. Like if I actually did get ads. I didn't know if I got ads or not, because I don't think I get paid for anything. So I'm surprised that there's ads. Anyways. Sorry about that. So what I was saying was, so in Spoils of War, you get the Heelys, right? You get the Heelys already. You get the Shieldies. You get the Staminies. You get all the E's. So you don't need Wingard. It's still useful, but you don't really need it as much. Okay. You have a good time at your grandma's. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to build this on my own. Or I'll build it with Hey Larry and PM. You have a good day, man. So I'm gonna have to just go with Windguard down in C, because I don't think we really need it. It's still useful, but it's just not as useful as normal. You know what I mean? So Stormrazor, he can really mess people up. He can get a lot of gold out of people. I think he's very useful. If you know how to use him really well, I think it's pretty nasty. You send me the list when you're done, and I will inspect it. All right. So I think Stormrazor is pretty dang good in Spoils of War, just because he can really bleed everybody of money. And I don't think speed is kind of necessary, but not nearly as much as Gates of Fire. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with that. Phantom for Gates of Fire. You can quickly kill. I'd say you can quickly kill gold carriers, but they die pretty quick, so you can lose your gold pretty quick. Now the mines, they'd be useful. This is a lot harder without you guys. Trying to think of everything. Let's see. We'll just use. I'd have to say, being invisible is cool too, because like, you know, they might not see you coming at the gold dragon when they try to get a gold dragon. For you, the Phantom is the one and only king of this mode. Explain for me. Is it because of its high damage? Because I think if you give me a good reason, I'll put it in A. Honestly. And I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that. I honestly want to know what the reason is. They have what? They have Blast. Blast is good. But being invisible is a huge deal. Oh wait. Yeah, when you're heading back. Okay, so when you're heading back to put your gold back, you go invisible. That's huge because they can't see you getting back to your bank or back to the cash or whatever you call it. I think that's really good. I just gave myself a reason. Fast, stealthy, can disappear when needed, and mine is perfect power. Yeah. I think being stealthy, getting the money, like taking all the money and then heading back to collect it. I think that's definitely rank A. I agree. I forgot all about being stealthy. It's like the main power. So yeah, that's a huge reason right there. I agree, 100%. Alright, so Thornweaver is a big deal. Thornweaver slows down people trying to kill you. And it slows down people trying to chase you back to collect the gold. And also, I also noticed when I played Thornweaver in Spoils of War, it was dirty. I was able to put up walls to slow people down and put up walls in their own collection area, like their own bank, to where, like, if you do it just right, you can shoot that wall right past them, in front of them, and they get stuck. So I think she's pretty up there. What do you guys think? B for now, I haven't played it much, but it promises. Yeah, yeah. If you in my Thornweaver video, how to Thornweaver, that was crazy. I was blown away by that. Um, and she's got Verdant Bulwark, so that helps her as well. I think she performs very well in this, to be honest with you. Like with the walls and everything. I'll probably put her... I kind of want to put her like at the end like this. At the end of A. Like A minus. I don't think she's necessarily as good at collecting gold as these two are. As Marauder and Phantom. But I really think she's good at preventing other people from collecting gold or catching her. That's how I feel about it. Honestly, that's I don't know if you agree with that or not. Stormrazor, he's got that D. He's got that damage, and Wingard just isn't as helpful all in all. So that's my opinion. What do you think about that list? You think it's pretty good? Because this is for Gates of Fire, so... Or, I mean, sorry. It's just kind of what I think for... I think once you use her... Hey, Larry, I think you will agree. She's pretty good for Spoils of War. So... I think I'm gonna go with this. Do you kind of agree with it besides Stormweaver? I know you want Phantom in number one. I'm thinking about doing it. I think the only reason why I'm not putting Phantom number one, his low health just always kind of like, but it's not that super low. You know what I mean? Like it's the lowest, but I think since Marauder has Gust, keeping people off of you while you're heading back is very good. So I think I'm gonna keep it just like this. I think I'm gonna keep it just like this because he can kill the gold dragons really fast and then reset his ability, his Hunter's Mark. So I think I'm gonna keep it like this. I think this is fair. I think this is fair. We're going to change it to Spoils of War. All right. That's it. We did it, guys. We did it. Download the image. I'm going to put all these images. Did it download? There it goes. Now we have our tier lists. I like that.